Welcome to Bali. That's the airport behind me, and you guessed right, I'm going to walk to my hostel. So first let me get into the map a little bit, get the right direction, and then I tell you about some things that have happened.
So as proper budget travel queen, I bought flight which was the cheapest and which also meant that I had to spend the night at the airport, which was okay. When I landed in Bali, we had to do some immigration things, but it was luckily pretty easy because I got my online visa, and there I was in Bali.
So I got to the right road and now it's only straight to my hostel for maybe half an hour. First impressions. People have some crazy motorbikes here, some very powerful ones. You can literally hear it. The narrow streets are cool, and everywhere are different kinds of people offering you rides, of course, and also Western kind of cafes. Also, sidewalks are super beautiful. Another thing, a lot of restaurants offer all-day breakfast, and it seems like a thing here. I think there is some kind of demand from tourists for the all-day breakfast.
I stayed in a pretty nice hostel, which was in down center of Kuta, and I spent one night in Kuta. I was happy to move on, but in general, Kuta is a pretty nice town to spend some time in, and also it's a nice place where in case you just want to spend time at the beach and party. Airport is literally right there. You can also take surfing lessons or surf there. And Kuta is pretty nice town actually. It has a lot of cafes and opportunities. So it's not a bad choice, but I knew that there are more interesting places waiting for me. So that's where I went.
Yep. Day 2 in Bali. We are in Kuta, and this is the Beach Walk shopping center, which is designed pretty amazingly.
At the beach area, the people were pretty pushy with the taxis and selling their products, and it was actually the worst I had seen in Bali. I don't know why it was not that bad in any other place.
So now I've walked around in this area for what is less than 1 hour, I guess. And honestly, I'm getting pretty tired because everybody's trying to either sell you something or find you transport, or basically all the locals who are around you, they talk to you. And the way they talk, it's not just some are polite or offering things, but some are also not aggressive, but a little bit pushy. Yeah, that's the word. So I cannot imagine how I would live like this for a few months, just pushy people around me. But I hope it's not like that everywhere, because this is one of the main beach areas, so I hope that that's how it is only here, or in more touristic areas.
After my first night in Kuta, it was time to move on, and I went to the Lost Creators villa in Bali near Canggu, where I spent 1 month. There was party going on when I got there, so it was pretty fun to see the place in a party mode. And yeah, the first evening was nice and interesting. However, in general, people were just mostly working there and working pretty intensely on their projects. So this is a house where you need to apply, and in case you're accepted, then you can book your accommodation. It is house for creative people who are working on some of their projects. And here you can see the room where I spent most of my time. It was the co-working space. And if you go up from the stairs, you see a place where a lot of other people spent a lot of their time. And this was the gym at the rooftop. Yep, most of the people, especially men in the house, they enjoyed workout at the gym. And also everybody seemed to enter the house with the biggest possible protein powder container that I have ever seen. And also a lot of people had a lot of vitamins and different supplements that they were taking during the day. It seemed like people loved to take care of their body in a way of gym and eating well, and at the same time they were working on their projects. A lot of people, they were just starting out with their podcasts. Some people already had pretty good Instagram pages. Some people were working on the YouTube. And I was focusing on my writing and tried also to do a little bit of my YouTube videos. But the very interesting thing that actually happened in this house was that while I thought that I would be super inspired there and my YouTube creativity would go through the roof, then what actually happened was that at some point I stopped even putting out videos. I had been producing like 2 videos a week almost for like 4 or 5 months, and at this house at some point I just didn't put out a video. Of course, it was a combination of being very stuck with my writing work because I had a lot of it and I had to make a choice to focus it or to not focus. But at the same time, I actually also felt that being in one place was not that good on my productivity, as maybe the way to explain it is that a lot of people in Bali, the interesting thing is that when people come to Bali, if they are not like tourists but digital nomads, then for a lot of them Bali is like this ultimate destination. And it was so interesting that when I came to Bali, then people were not interested in my previous life even or previous activities. Everybody were only talking about the life in Bali and how long they have been in Bali and how long they can be, and when they come back it was like kind of like Bali bubble, that anything that mattered was your life in Bali, which was so interesting. And also people in this house, they were more like staying in Bali or wanted to stay long term in Bali and most in that house, and their aim was to stay there and create content. But my approach is totally different. I'm just traveling around doing my stuff and also filming what I'm doing and then making videos of it. So I think that was what actually happened in the house, that around me there were people who were like doing things specifically to create content, while for me it was always opposite, like I was just living my life and filming it. And the moment I left the house I got back my creativity and I wanted to film and make videos again. So yeah, That was my experience.